Now, finally, let's say we convinced somebody about, how to be creative, and the importance of collaboration, but what do you actually do? How do you collaborate with other people? Where do you go? Who do you talk to? How do you get involved? What are some of the best ways that people can start on that collaborative journey?
You'll evolve in your collaborations. And so if you're early days in your career as a photographer or creative, I always encourage people to find a way to collaborate face to face, not virtually. It's a radically different experience, which means find a photo club. Join, like in the United States, you have the Professional Photographers of America. You can join that organization. They have local chapters, local meetups. There's probably a photo walk or a photo club in every single major and medium-sized city in the world. I mean, they're everywhere. So go on social media, find out. I know, like in Medellin, there's a group that meets every Saturday to do street photography. There's an art school, and they meet twice a week for people to come in, and they have food, and they talk about photography, and they team up to do stuff. There's going to be an organization like that in your community. So ppa.com is a great place to start. Um, and then look for things. If you're into portrait photography, one of the best things to do is ask, go on Purple Port if you're in London. I don't know if that's still a thing. Um,
Yeah, big time.
Model Mayhem in the United States. When you book your first model, who are they shooting with? What photographers are they working with? Look up that photographer, get their information, send them an email. Be like, hey, you want to go have coffee? Can I pick your brain? Can I assist you? Find. I am consistently looking at portfolios online, and if I see somebody that inspires me, like Emily Teague, I think her work is amazing. She used to work for Ellen Crown. She's a fashion photographer in New York City. I'm like, Emily, can I just have a Zoom call with you? Can I, pick your brain about how you do stuff? And she is just the most giving person ever. And I've done that with, I don't know, dozens and dozens and dozens of photographers where I'm like, hey, can I just ask you, what's your workflow? What's your process? How do you come up with these ideas? How are you doing stuff? Like Martin in London, same thing. We went out and, I don't live in London, but we were able to hang out for a weekend, and he showed me all kinds of really cool stuff. And I learned how he does his post-production. So if you can, find a local chapter, a local photography group, get plugged in, meet your tribe, and, get plugged in. If you don't have a photo club, at the very least, find other artists that are doing what you want to do, find their email, find their phone number, try to call them or send them a note. Almost all of them are going to say, sure, I'd love to. You're going to buy me a coffee? You're going to buy me a beer? Yeah, let's hang out. People love to talk about themselves. So, you know, if I called you and like, Kirsten, your stuff is amazing. I've never seen portraits like this. Can I pick your brain? You'd be like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
That's pretty darn common. And if you're like, hey, I'll carry your light stands, I'll do whatever. Can I come and assist? Depending on the type of photo shoot, but a lot of times photographers will invite you in. The other thing, find a local community college, find a college, audit classes. You're going to meet instructors, you're going to meet other students. Even if you're not doing it for credit, you're just doing it for the experience. Go to an institution of higher learning and enroll, or find an art school. Even if you're not going to be a painter or a sculptor or, a different discipline, enroll in a writing class, enroll in a painting class, go do those things. You're going to meet other creatives, and they're going to know other creatives. And then lastly, go to the big shows. So Imaging USA, WPPI, what's the one in UK, the photo show? Is that what it's called?
Photography show, yeah.
The photography show. I didn't go to Build this year. So B&H has a big show called Build, and I'm regretting it because a bunch of friends of mine did. They're like, there's 25,000 people there. I'm like, what? I thought it was going to be like a few hundred people. I didn't know it was going to be
That
this
and that is
massive thing.
I did the same thing. I didn't realize how big it's gonna be, and it just like you, I had a lot of people who were like, "Hey, we're built, it's awesome." I'm like, "Oh, How did I miss out on
Yeah.
that?
I thought it was gonna be an in-store event at B&H. I didn't realize it was gonna be 25,000 people at the Javits Center. Like, man, I missed out. I really missed out on that. I wish I would have gone. But there are things like that all the time. So the way to find out about those things is, as annoying as it might be, get on the mailing lists of PPA, Imaging USA, the photography show, because they partner with tons of brands. And then you find out stuff like, oh, DxO is having a festival in Paris this week because that's where they're based. Or, so and so is doing this in Florida. Or like Evoto does a bunch of events. They do an event almost every week. Um, the Adobe does events almost every day. Adobe's doing stuff, Adobe Live and all the Behance stuff. There are so many ways. There are more ways to meet other creatives than there are online dating apps. So there's no excuse that you can't meet other photographers and creatives in your area, meet them face to face, and do some collaboration.
Or join the Camera Shake podcast Facebook group. Do that, or sign up to our mailing list because that's where all the cool people hang out. Clearly,
All the cool people. And then eventually, the Camera Shake podcast Facebook group will move to some social media platform that isn't so divisive, and then more people will sign up. I'm like, "You lost me at Facebook, dude." I'm like,
uh,
"Just for
well,
that reason, like, I
yeah,
couldn't do it."
it's just because it's a group type of a thing. But we're I say we, I keep saying we, so really just me. Anyway, me and the podcast. So the Camera
Well,
Shake podcast.
there's a new thing. I don't know if YouTube has released it to the world yet, but, YouTube creators at, like, at the level I'm at, we get sneak peeks at stuff that's coming. Sometimes they make it to market and sometimes they don't. And so last month, they, sent out a thing. So we've always had the ability to make posts on YouTube, but now they have YouTube communities, and it's more of a Discord type chat for your YouTube channel. And so, check out your YouTube Studio. You might already have this, but, it's basically what you have on Facebook without the Facebook. So it's on YouTube where it's a real discussion forum where people can post their photos, get feedback, you can do polls, you can, like, do all the stuff that you wanna do in a community, but it's on your own YouTube channel. So, the reason I don't know that if that's out to the world yet, I don't think it is for me, that's game changing because Facebook now in the United States has become so divisive that I I intentionally don't go there, um, because it's like going to a political rally. It can be really, really, really in a heartbeat. A picture can become a political discussion. You're like, wait, well, hold on, slow down. Um, where you don't necessarily see that on other platforms. But other platforms don't have the same sense of community that Facebook had. It's really frustrating. So, hopefully this new thing on YouTube actually makes it to market and everybody has access to it.
You can also find us on Blue Sky, I should say.
There you go.
The variety
Dun,
of other
dun, dun,
platforms.
dun. You're like, "Hey, Mark, you're picking on me.
Yay.
You're
Well,
mean."
it's like the thing about this is that, these things keep changing all the time. I mean, a platform that's like
Always.
super hip and in now is going to be completely out of the picture,
Well, the
next summer.
crazy thing, I mean, they are maturing. So early days of social media, you would have a platform that would last 6 months and then evaporate. And then it would make it a few years and then it evaporate. And now, Facebook, for all of its faults, has endured. YouTube has endured. Twitter arguably has sort of endured. Threads is struggling. Blue Sky, we'll see what happens there. Behance, you know, I don't think anybody knows what that is. That's Adobe's version of social media.
Sometimes they come back though, the classic, because I was wondering the other day, should I set up a new MySpace account?
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Let's go retro. Let's go all the way.
It's like vinyl.
Yes.
MySpace will be the vinyl of 2030.
It wouldn't surprise me, man. It wouldn't surprise me if things like that came back. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed that clip, then press here for the full episode in glorious Technicolor. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe.